Hello everybody at Enchanted Emerald. This is Melissa bringing you another reading here for the Capricorn for February 2022. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. As always, I use the traditional Rider-Waite deck for my readings, and if you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube, please don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button below so that you're in the know of all the new and amazing content as it is released, so that you know what's happening around here. I'm going to try to get to some love readings, of course, this month. I know my life has been a little bit crazy, but I promise to get back on track here and get motivated. I've got myself into a new routine. So as we step into your energy here for February 2022, we have, for the 1st through the 5th, we have the Judgment card, Capricorn, Judgment, with the 8 of Swords. And rounding out that week, we have the High Priestess. So sitting in your intuition and kind of knowing what's happening and getting downloads from the universe, from your higher self, all of the good things that you need to know to get you into your path of your best life. So I really love that. Now, I do feel like the beginning of this month is going to kind of set the tone for you in terms of creating space for you to level up, to rise up. I really feel like this is going to be an energy for you, Capricorn, in terms of having this phoenix rising up from the ashes. So as you transform, allow this to transform you, right? Now you are sitting in this space where, man, you've really been through it. These ashes, they're really clouding your vision, so to speak. But when you rise up and you start to rise up, that phoenix is this beautiful bird, beautiful large wings to carry you, and to, when you take flight, carry you with ease, right? And then there's so much beautiful, brilliant color that comes in with the phoenix as well. So I really feel with this, what I'm hearing too is a song, I think it's by Mercy Me, you know, if I can only imagine, or I can only imagine. And it talks about, will I stand or will I fall to my knees? And this is really a choice, right? Are you going to allow yourself to stay in a place where you're going to kind of coddle, yourself as you move through some of these emotions and kind of allow yourself to stay in that comfort zone? And it's okay to baby ourselves, right? It's okay to say, I honor these feelings that I have, and I honor that this is the process that I have to go through. I honor what I have been through, right? It's okay to sit with that. It's okay to grieve that and feel those emotions. We don't want to get stuck there, though, because when we get stuck there, we can stay there and we start to feel comfortable. And that's when things become really scary, when you try to make any changes. And that's where you have to kind of make this conscious choice that, like, I either evolve or I repeat. And if you're going to repeat, you're going to stay in that comfort zone, and you're not going to necessarily rise from the ashes, right? You're going to kind of stay pretty low to the fire, where the ashes are kind of burning below you, but you're not going to completely rise up from that and fly and take flight, right? And really, expand your horizon, so to speak. And so that's what I'm feeling for you with this whole energy that kind of comes in with this. I really feel that the work, the inner work that you're going to be working on with this, Capricorn, is going to be a forgiveness that you have to work on. A forgiveness, not only of others, I think it's mostly of self. I think that there are things, and I'm getting chills with that, so I think that's validation. I feel like there's things that have transpired that you really are allowing yourself to sit in a space where maybe you feel like you deserved what happened to you. And that isn't always the case. In fact, it's not the case, right? We are allowing ourselves to go through this life. We have, gone through these experiences as a result of maybe even, a map that we had picked from the other side before we came here. There are certain lessons in life that we do choose for ourselves. And so understanding that going through some of these things you don't know better until you know better, right? So when you know better, do better, that Maya Angelou. So, I really feel with this, it's about choosing to make yourself a priority through this all, and allowing yourself to offer and extend forgiveness to yourself. If you have to do that Ho'oponopo prayer, that I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you, something to that effect. I think it goes like, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. So, repeating that over and over as some of these emotions surface or memories surface from the past that give you this feeling of ugh, right? Like someone sucker punched you in the gut. When that happens, start repeating that Ho'oponopo to yourself, or maybe actually do that meditation, daily. Allow yourself to create some space and time to do that, so that you can allow some of these things to surface, so that you can feel them, heal them, and release them, to create space for the new. Now, I do feel that when you start to make the conscious choice and put some effort into this is where you're going to be coming into a new sense of self, becoming a new you. You're going to be overcoming some of these obstacles, right? And this is where you're consciously choosing to evolve instead of repeat. Instead of pulling in the same experiences, repeating the same patterns, right, that we subconsciously automatically do, okay? Now, this is not about blame. It is not about making excuses. It is about hearing the call and knowing that you are meant for so much more, and then allowing yourself to take one step in the right direction, or putting one foot in front of the other, and slowly getting yourself into a space where you feel as though you are bringing in new and different circumstances and creating new things for yourself. So, beautiful energy, Capricorn, to start the month of February. And it's so funny. The twos, they really are, to me, just like new beginnings. And it's just this resounding energy of that. When we think about this month, we have two dates in particular, the 2-2-22 and then the 2-22-22. And so if you are looking to really try to focus your attention on bringing in and creating some new beginnings, maybe taking some steps, those days would be really good for you. So I really feel like I needed to mention that to you, Capricorn. I haven't mentioned that to the other signs, but I feel like for you, that would be really important for you in creating new beginnings and rising up from your current circumstances, rising above that. So, moving into the 6th through the 12th, we have the 7 of Wands. And then we have the King of Wands. And then that one is accompanied as well with the 2 of Swords, the Page of Swords, and the 2 of Swords, the Page of Swords, and the Star card. And they all three came out together. Now, what I really feel for this is I feel as though you might be feeling a little bit defeated as you enter this week. Now, I feel like there could be some people in your surroundings that are making disparaging remarks. Maybe they're belittling you. Maybe they are making out and out like rude comments to you. Maybe they're talking about you behind your back. I think all in all, really what it's doing is it is ruining your credibility. And I think that the reason that they are doing this is ultimately they are someone who is a little bit washed up, where they are no longer successful, or their tactics in interacting with you are no longer successful. Maybe they're trying to get your attention. Maybe they are trying to make themselves look better so that they can try to, portray that they are successful to other people, to make themselves feel better. Understand that this has nothing to do with you ultimately in the end. And I do feel that, this person could be very loud, create a lot of confusion maybe when you confront them. They can create like this racket. you know, by making some sort of a false claim against you. Maybe something could be happening in the environment and they try to distract you by what's happening in the environment rather than have this conversation with you. I think ultimately someone's going to get very defensive, and I feel that there's someone who is out and out like, I know that I'm right. Someone who is maybe a little bit of a know-it-all, right? And is not willing to see from another's perspective. So I feel like it's very tumultuous, okay? I think the key to overcoming this with that star card is really about getting creative, embracing new concepts, new ideas, and really working to your talents, working to your strengths in order to overcome this, okay? This could be, with that star card as well, that you are working with an Aquarius through this energy, right? This person could be an Aquarius or could have Aquarius aspects in their chart. Now, I feel like this is very destined. I feel like this is some sort of a karmic thing kind of playing out for you. I feel like this is necessary because this person needs this to happen. I feel like a lot of people, they don't really say much to this person. They're very non-confrontational. They allow this person to kind of like do their own thing. And, you know, they understand that this person is like that. They don't sweat it. They don't really let it get to them. Maybe I feel like this is within a work environment as well. But I feel like you're not having it. Capricorn, you're not having it. I feel like you're going to say something to this person. And I feel like this is important for this person to see that what they're doing is not okay. And I'm getting chills with that. So, you know, I feel like on the other side of this, you know, as you approach this person, being kind and patient with this person, understanding that their level of understanding throughout all of this is coming from a fear within, a fear of not being accepted, a fear of not being perceived as being needed or wanted within that space. And so that's where this is coming from, this behavior. It isn't really like, oh, they have a vendetta against you. It has nothing to do with you know, they don't like you. It has nothing to do with that. In fact, I think that they actually, like, I feel like the two of you could go out and have a drink or have a nice meal after this. I feel like it's like bygones be bygones. You'll come to some sort of an understanding and move past this very easily. So really good energy, I guess, in the end of all of that. It's just going to seem a little chaotic moving through it as you move through the week of the 6th through the 12th. Moving into the 13th through the 19th, we have the 8 of Wands. And then we have the 2 cards that came out together after that for the rest of the week was King of Swords accompanied with the 3 of Wands. So for this, Capricorn, I really feel like there's a lot of strife that comes in here. I feel like there could be a little bit of bitterness, a little bit of anger, jealousy even kind of coming in with this. I feel like you could find something out this week, maybe in error, like this communication might have reached you in error, whether you found something out in a text message or an email. You were on the receiving end of a text message or an email that really wasn't even intended for you. You found out some information. And so it's created this maybe where you were feeling very angry or jealous or maybe upset by this whole situation. And I think that, you know, the information that's coming forth, it could actually be information, like somebody could be talking about you even, right? They could be, you know, saying things in this about you. And so then you feel really upset by that, and rightfully so. So, but you know your worth here, Capricorn, and I feel like you understand that you are like so much more. You are defined by so much more than somebody's opinion of you. I don't know why this is occurring throughout this month here for you, Capricorn, but it's coming up again. And so I feel like you understand that this this is trivial, and I feel like it doesn't penetrate your skin, right? Like Spirit is saying, like, it doesn't penetrate the skin, like it's very surface level, right? So don't feel like it's like deep hurt that you get from it, like it almost as if it's like not even hurting your feelings at all. I feel like you are more happy to know that this is occurring, and more happy to know that this is how this person feels, because you would rather know and then not invest your time and energy into that person, or into that, you know, situation, right? And so I feel like on the other side of that, it's like you're like, glad I know that, and it's like you keep it moving. And so this is just some stuff that's kind of surfacing this month for you. And so I feel, all in all, I feel like you're washing your hands of that situation, though. And I don't know, you know, I feel like this is just in the air. It's just in the air with Capricorn. I don't know. So I'm bringing that up. It's coming in the reading. So moving to the 20th through the 28th, we have the Chariot, accompanied with the Nine of Wands and the Knight of Wands. Okay, so with this, I'm really feeling like there could be a situation that arises that's a romantic situation. I feel like someone is putting themselves out there in a romantic type of way, trying to be very appealing to another person, and in return, what they are getting is someone is perceiving them maybe even as a little bit overbearing. And so maybe they feel as though, you know, this person is just seeking attention in some way and not really truly interested. You know, they have their guard up with that Nine of Wands. And so they're thinking about, like, gosh, is this something that's really, you know, they're genuinely interested, or are they just trying to get my attention? And so I do feel like, you know, it brings up a lot of worries, right? But with that Nine of Wands, yes, the guard could be up, but this is really putting down, like, laying the foundation, laying the groundwork for something really, really great to come out on the other side of this, because I feel like there could be a potential here for a power couple to emerge. So if you're being open to what is happening, even if you aren't fully open and vulnerable with this person, if you're just kind of going with the flow and, you know, accepting the opportunity, right, embracing the opportunity, I feel like this could really lead you into something that's really great. Now, I feel like both parties are very interested in giving it all they've got. I feel like the term by all means necessary is kind of coming in. So I feel like both parties are willing to give it whatever it takes in order to make this successful. So we have things that have happened in our past, we have emotions that we've had to work through on both parts, but keeping that separate as you move forward together. We don't want to be bringing baggage from the past into this. It's a new, fresh thing. So yes, having your guard up is kind of a good thing, right? Because you don't want to get your heart broken. But in all actuality, it is not somebody else's responsibility to tear that wall down. And so, you know, I feel like with this, it is, you know, keeping an open mind, being open to the possibilities, meeting this person halfway, and I feel, you know, that this could really emerge as something very stable if you are willing to go for it. So overall advice we have here for Capricorn, the Seven of Cups with the Three of Pentacles. Now these two came out together, and what I really feel is that in order for you to be that phoenix, totally risen from the ashes, taking flight, and being, you know, embracing that bold, beautiful color, right? That all the colors of the experiences that you've had in the past, coming up out of the ashes, having gone through all of that, having been burned, having processed all of it, and then also transmuted it, transformed into this beautiful phoenix. You can't let anything stand in your way of becoming that phoenix, right? And so I feel like some of this, for some of you, Capricorn, I feel like there will be conscious choices that you have to make to get yourself into a space where you are embracing that phoenix mentality, right? And so it's going to take some stamina. It's going to be, something that takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to be this prolonged physical, mental effort, right? Of working through your emotions, going through your shadow work, and getting yourself onto the path that you have wanted to be on. But I think that too, it is about being realistic with your expectations, keeping an open mind, and then also putting action and work and effort and energy into where it is that you want to go, right? And so you can't sit in a space where you're in inaction. You don't want to allow yourself to stay in that comfort zone like we talked about at the beginning of the month, okay? And so really, you get what you put in. And so get out there and make it happen this month, Capricorn. That's a beautiful read here for you. And as always, if you have another Capricorn that's near and dear to your heart that would benefit from hearing this message, please do share it with them. And if you're interested in your own personal reading, I'd love to be able to do that for you. You can hit me up at the square site in the description box below, or on Facebook at Enchanted Emerald, or you can email me at enchantedemeraldny@gmail.com. As always, I will be back with another read for you guys again soon. Thank you so much. Take care.